If Hamas continues to blatantly violate the ceasefire, it will experience comprehensive force as it did the day before yesterday and yesterday. We decide and we act as needed to remove immediate danger to our forces. We decide and we act. At the end of the day, Hamas will be disarmed and Gaza will be demilitarized. If foreign forces do it, great. And if they don't, we will do it.
Every time I come here, I am excited again. I am going through in the ranks of the parade. Shaking the hands of the cadets who are becoming officers, the female cadets who are becoming officers. I ask each one, where are you from? They tell me, are you alive? No. I want to know from the country, where are you from in the country?
And you discover
women and men, secular and religious,
Jews and non-Jews, city boys, village girls, this is the people of Israel. These are the citizens of Israel. This is the state of Israel at its best. I salute you. I am sure the same excitement is also felt by my colleagues, Defense Minister Israel Katz and Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir,
Commander of the Officer School, Colonel Eyal Zamir. I'm sure it also happens with you, the command and training staff all at once.
and I wish to say to you, to everyone gathered here, and first and foremost, to honor my brothers and sisters, the bereaved families. To tell you on behalf of all of us, the entire nation embraces you in your pain, and the entire nation salutes the bravery of your loved ones. Because the war of independence proved one thing clearly: the era of heroes is here in a big way. The exemplary heroes who emerged for us in the war will inspire for generations. And I say, in the same breath, the bravery of those wounded in body and soul is also incredibly inspiring. We are all with them, with the wounded in their journey of rehabilitation. Dear families,
The building of the officers and female officers' character, this building begins at home.
and the values you instilled in them: love of the land, dedication to the mission, service, the camaraderie, leadership. These values are engraved in the officers standing here before us.
And therefore, the important thing to say at this moment is thank you to the families for the support and encouragement and for your contribution to Israel's security. Énergie, c'est
And now, to you, the course graduates, the graduates of the Combat Officers course, I know that prolonged effort has led you to this special moment, the moment when you become commanders in the Israel Defense Forces.
I ask. Also remember the moment, and so it will be for your entire life. I can testify that I stood here just yesterday, and it is engraved in my heart all these years.
To want to remember not only the moment, I want to remember the generations that came before us and ask you to always remember the long times in exile when our people were defenseless, persecuted, condemned to weakness. But together, in the years of our independence, we have made a tremendous turn in our destiny. Together, we regained the ability to defend ourselves by our own means.
Together, we overcame our enemies.
Yesterday, I was in Kiryat Gat and heard the song Rak Biglal Haruach. You know it. So I tell you, the new officers, you are here, first of all, because of the spirit, and you represent the spirit of Israel.
A spirit made without fear.
Distinguished guests, we are now marking 2 years since the massacre on October 7th during Simchat Torah. We stood then at a decisive moment in the history of the state. The Hamas monsters broke into our territory, attacked the residents of the Gaza envelope with terrible cruelty. In the face of this barbaric fanaticism, we stood together, united as one, to strike the enemy, to bring it down, to defeat it. On the Gaza front and other fronts in the war, we recorded a series of remarkable achievements. Our heroic fighters and commanders, many of whom are among you here, amazed the armies of the world with their capabilities and determination.
I am speaking with leaders and also heads of armies around the world, and I tell you that top experts praise the maneuvering skills of the IDF in the most fortified terror area in the world.
This is what constitutes the urban area in Gaza, with the dense territory, with the explosive arenas, with the underground tunnels, with the hostages. Against all these, the Israel Defense Forces achieved tremendous results that no one expected, but we knew who you are, what we are fighting for, what you are fighting for shoulder to shoulder with your comrade, some of whom are not with us today. The results of the Israel Defense Forces operation are being studied today in military academies around the world. The quality of our forces operation is based on a deep belief in the righteousness of the path, and an operational doctrine that is constantly updated during the fighting. But today, I want to focus on one central point that can turn a good officer into an excellent officer. And the point is willpower. Willpower during combat has a decisive impact on the outcomes on the battlefield. We know this from the days of the War of Independence in the Battle of San Simon in Jerusalem. Our fighters were exhausted. They had lost many friends, and a cold, bone-chilling rain fell on them.
And one of the commanders said, when rain falls on you, it also falls on the enemy. And this statement motivated our fighters to persevere in their situation.
Despite the fatigue, despite the losses in battle, they did not give up. And thanks to their willpower, they liberated the Katamon neighborhood in Jerusalem, a neighborhood where I grew up, and I also grew up with these values when I stood here with you or in the place where you stand today.
And so it is today in the current war, in the war of revival, those who claimed we are made of spider webs discovered that we are made of steel webs with an unbreakable will. Whoever said that we are made of spider webs is no longer, he and all his despicable commanders, they are no longer, but they said more things about us. They said that the IDF is capable of fighting on only one front.
We fought and are fighting on 7 fronts. The people of Israel.
They said about us that we can fight. A week, 2 weeks, we have been fighting for 2 years already, and we are doing it with great success against a weapons embargo, against pressure from the global media, against pressure from all possible directions, against pressure from the entire world, and we are winning. This war has changed the perception of Israel, both for the state of Israel, for the citizens of Israel, and for the Israel Defense Forces, and I also mean all our security forces. We are perceived differently. And I felt it because I visited you many times in the field, and each time you told me, Prime Minister, we are ready to go all the way until victory. Don't pay attention to the background noise. We are with you.
We are with the people of Israel until the end, until
And I felt that you were saying it because we are all connected to the land of Israel, because we are connected to the heritage of Israel, and because we are committed to the future of Israel. This gives us immense strength. And thanks to this willpower, the willpower of the victory generation, we overcome our enemies. And I must say that this willpower was revealed not only in the fighters, not only in the soldiers, not only among the commanders, it was revealed in the entire nation from which the army comes. Citizens of Israel who stood firm throughout all the months of the war, and this combination of the willpower of the fighters and the willpower of the people gave me and my colleagues in the government the backing for the difficult decisions, difficult informed decisions, and sometimes even bold ones that we made during the war, and they were carried out while withstanding immense pressures from within and outside, thanks to your strength and determination.
The combination of the determination of the political leadership and the determination of action.
Our wonderful fighters and commanders led to the crushing of the Iranian Axis, to the return of all our living captives. No one believed we would do it, but thanks to the combined effort, we did it together, and we are determined to also bring back all our fallen captives, Sami, Samki, Nisham, Sas. If I'm not mistaken, the Chief of Staff, the Minister of Defense, 2 others we are already receiving now. We will not stop, we will not relent until we bring everyone home.
We started in the Gaza Strip. We eliminated the chief terrorists and tens of thousands of other terrorists. We destroyed numerous terror infrastructures. We still have work to do in Gaza.
If Hamas continues to blatantly violate the ceasefire, it will experience powerful strikes, as it did the day before yesterday. We decide and we act as needed to remove immediate danger to our forces. We decide and we act. At the end of the day, Hamas will be disarmed and Gaza will be demilitarized. If foreign forces do it, great. And if they don't, we will do it.
dotato samosa. In Lebanon, they prepared Hezbollah harshly. Do you remember the starting point of this operation? In this action, Operation Beepers, which shook those who wish us harm from the north, we eliminated the tyrant Nasrallah and many other senior Hezbollah figures. We destroyed terror systems built with enormous sums. We toppled the dominoes of the axis of evil one by one. Assad's regime of terror in Syria dissipated. We destroyed the Syrian army's capabilities while none of our people were harmed. We captured the Hermon crown. We saved our Druze brothers. We increased the pressure on the pro-Iranian militias in Iraq. We struck repeatedly at the Houthis in Yemen and penetrated deep into the eyes of terror in Judea and Samaria. But the highlight of this campaign, the highlight was Operation Amkalavi, where we struck at the head of the snake in Iran itself. And I mention this not to, God forbid, diminish the tremendous achievements in all arenas, the sacrifice, the bravery. I mention it because we have distanced from us nuclear and ballistic capabilities that threaten the existence of our country and our 10 million citizens. I said on the second day of the war that we would change the face of the Middle East, and that is what the state of Israel is doing. Today, it is perceived as a center of determination and strength, of daring and security momentum. None of this would have been achieved without the willpower and determination of the people, the fighters, and the government. This combination is a winning combination. But it's not just that we are acting for ourselves, first and foremost, for our country. In many ways, Israel is leading one of the great struggles in the history of humanity in the 21st century, and that is against the threat of radical Islam on the cultural world. Israel is the one standing in the breach, the national defensive wall against the fanatics, bloodthirsty ones, serves as a sign, an example for many governments. They don't say it. They are under media pressure. I know this. But even if their leaders do not always say it publicly, they tell me in private, and I tell them, we have proven here that it is possible to stop the threat of destruction, and now it is your turn to come to your senses, because otherwise you will retreat to the darkness of the Middle Ages. Together with our great friend, the United States, we will continue to adhere to the dual mission, the continued firm struggle against our enemies, developing and expanding the circle of peace in our region, because our strength, our determination creates many opportunities for peace, and we will not miss them. We will continue to keep a vigilant eye on developments, establish our existence from a position of strength, and act with endless determination to ensure Israel's future. Officers and female officers, graduates of the course, your training is complete. The ranks are placed on the shoulders. Afterward, take command. Aimed at you from today, your soldiers will take personal example from you. They will follow you through fire and water. Mr. Captain Yaniv Kula, of blessed memory, a company commander in the Nahal Brigade, fell a week and a half ago in the Gaza Strip. In his entry conversation to the position, Yaniv told his wife Neta, meet your 70 new children. The devoted, unbreakable bond between the commander and the soldiers, combined with willpower on the battlefield and the other things you have learned. But first and foremost, this combination. These are the cornerstones of leadership in the IDF.
I am sure that this bond will forge the measure of bravery in defense of the homeland, even in this generation, generation after generation, for the eternity of Israel. New officers, you are the pride of the people. Rise, all of you, rise and succeed, and thank you very much. Good luck.